good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So LSU's offense will get the first crack at it here. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal...
There he goes! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. It'll be incomplete, trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Landry inside the 35. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Tigers are marching down the field. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Back to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Behind the chains now on second and long. Handoff from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking to throw on third. Bought a little time, lets it go. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on the...
He's got it, first down and more. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Trying to barrel in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Finds his big tight end.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out. Get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas A&M's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are going going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Smith dropping to pass. It's complete on the right side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. The give to the back. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the mark. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, it was a good run, right? You had the first down. You knew you had the first down. I'll just take care of that football. You see a lot of times those...
Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Landry.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete, because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adapting. Unloads to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They think there's room to run to the right here.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you can tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again? Or are you going to force them to pass the football?
They'll run the sneak for it. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter.
Brings up second down.
How about these two running games so far and dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats? Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Smith wants to throw. Using the quick game. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. From the gun on third down. Unloads it downfield. He's got it on the sideline. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Speeding down the left side. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown LSU. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Caught behind the line. It's Harris. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man and makes the grab. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on first down. They want to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Harris. Good, solid tackle.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Smith wants to throw. He's got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
It's a really good decision by the QB there. Third and short in the red zone. You know he was tempted, though, to try to force that football into a tight window. You want to move the sticks. You want to score a touchdown. But because you throw it away, you still have that opportunity if head coach decides to go for it here on fourth.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? On the run, it's Landry. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Landry. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Finds his tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle. It's Morris. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll give it to the back. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Landry. Makes a man miss. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. First and 10, they're down to the 25. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going to try to get it himself. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Had to get rid of it quickly. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
And his fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quick strike complete. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Smith dropping to pass. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Using his legs, it's Landry. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on second down. Looking to scramble. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Smith wants to throw. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Unloads to the right. Calls it in. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Aggies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run play action. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one is perfect. Are forced to settle for the field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Kent State is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Josh Cribbs should never be counted out of any game. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to UConn.
Lions on the move. Makes the grab. It's Hainsworth.
The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's caught. It's Siegel. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Segal. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Looking downfield on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. No huddle offense to the line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking for the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll try to pass their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Pressure coming. Slings it downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. Punch for the tackle.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. The quick out. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here.
21, Texas A&M, 3.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the move at the 30. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fullback's got it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Went to the running game on first down, now second down. A strike downfield. Breaks into the open. Tag. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Lost to throw again. Zings it complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
The Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
Wants to throw on first down. Big guy smells it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Aggie. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now... Oh, he's got some space. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. He's got him. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. The give to the single back. Makes his man miss. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll go to the fullback. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Wants to throw on third. He got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Smith dropping to pass. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the offense just going to spike it here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Got a man. It's Harris. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. So now it's 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Smith wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one It's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding